Introduction, make her think about you non-stop. There's a way to leave such a deep impression on someone's mind that they can't help but think about you all the time. But this doesn't happen by chance. It happens because you trigger something in them, something that no one else can. You create a presence in their mind that lingers long after you're gone. Maybe you've experienced what it's like to occupy someone's thoughts completely. Every little detail reminds them of you. They unconsciously look for you, in conversations, in quiet moments, and even in their dreams. The goal here isn't to manipulate, it's to create an authentic connection so powerful that you become unforgettable. This doesn't happen by luck. It happens because you understand how people think, feel, and connect. You know how to capture someone's interest, not just for a moment, but in a way that keeps them coming back to you mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. Now, let's dive into the 10 dark, but powerful, tricks that will make her think about you non-stop. 1. Create mystery that intrigues her. Mystery is one of the most powerful tools to stay on someone's mind. When you reveal everything about yourself too soon, you remove the element of curiosity. People are naturally drawn to the unknown, it's human nature. The more she feels there's something about you she hasn't quite figured out, the more she'll think about you. This doesn't mean you need to be secretive or dishonest. Instead, share just enough to pique her interest. For example, if she asks about your goals or passions, you might say, "There's something I'm working on that really excites me, I'll tell you more about it when the time's right." By doing this, you plant a seed of curiosity in her mind. She'll start wondering, what is he so passionate about? What makes him tick? This curiosity keeps her mind returning to you, trying to piece together the parts of your story. Mystery also works in how you carry yourself. Be confident but not boastful. Show your personality, but don't lay all your cards on the table. When she feels like there's more to discover about you, she'll want to keep peeling back the layers, and every new discovery will deepen her connection to you. 2. Be unpredictable in a good way. Predictability kills excitement. Think about the people who bore you most, they're the ones you can always predict. They say the same things, act the same way, and never surprise you. If you want to be unforgettable, you need to break the mold. This doesn't mean being erratic or inconsistent, it means keeping her on her toes in a way that feels exciting and refreshing. For instance, instead of always texting her at the same time or asking the same kinds of questions, switch things up. Maybe you send her a random meme in the middle of the day that makes her laugh. Or you suggest a spontaneous plan, like, "There's a new rooftop bar I've been wanting to check out, let's go tonight." Unpredictability also comes in how you approach conversations. Don't just stick to surface-level topics. Bring up something unexpected, like an interesting fact, a question about her dreams, or a playful challenge. For example, what's one thing you've always wanted to do but haven't had the chance to yet? Let's make it happen someday. When you're unpredictable in a positive way, you keep her guessing, in a good way. She'll find herself looking forward to your next move, and that anticipation keeps you on her mind. 3. Show confidence without arrogance. Confidence is magnetic, but it must be authentic. The line between confidence and arrogance is thin, but mastering that balance will set you apart from everyone else. Real confidence comes from knowing your worth without needing to prove it. It's about being secure in who you are, not trying to dominate the conversation or seek constant validation. For instance, when you're talking to her, don't feel the need to fill every silence or over-explain yourself. Let your calm, composed energy speak for you. When she shares something with you, listen attentively. Maintain steady eye contact and respond thoughtfully. Confidence doesn't mean being loud or overbearing, it's about being present and grounded. She'll sense this strength in you, and it'll make her feel secure in your presence. That security will make you stand out, and she'll start associating you with feelings of trust and admiration. 4. Leave her wanting more. One of the biggest mistakes people make is overstaying their welcome, whether in conversations, texts, or even dates. If you want her to think about you non-stop, you need to leave every interaction on a high note. Think of it like a cliffhanger in a great TV show. The best episodes end just as the tension peaks, leaving you eager to see what happens next. You can create the same effect in your interactions with her. For example, if you're texting and the conversation is flowing well, don't drag it out until it fizzles. Instead, say something like, "This has been fun, but I've got to run. Let's pick this up later, I've got more to say." In person, it's even more powerful. If you're on a date and things are going great, leave before the energy dips. Give her a hug, smile, and say, "This was amazing, we'll have to do it again soon." She'll walk away feeling excited and looking forward to the next time she sees you. When you leave her wanting more, she'll replay the interaction in her mind, wondering what's next. And that anticipation will keep you on her mind. 5. Understand and mirror her emotions. The strongest connections are built when someone feels seen, heard, and understood. If you want her to think about you non-stop, you need to connect with her emotions on a deep level. It's not just about what she says, it's about how she feels when she's around you. People are naturally drawn to those who understand them. When she's excited, mirror that excitement. If she's reflective, meet her with empathy. For example, if she's sharing a dream or a challenge, instead of giving generic responses like, "That's cool," or "That's tough," dig deeper. Say something like, "That's amazing, what inspired you to go after that?" Or, "That sounds like a lot to handle, how are you managing it?" By mirroring her emotions, you create a sense of safety and connection. She'll feel like you truly get her, like you're in tune with her thoughts and feelings. And when someone feels deeply understood, they can't help but think about the person who made them feel that way. This also works when you subtly match her energy. If she's speaking softly and reflectively, adjust your tone to match. If she's upbeat and animated, meet her enthusiasm. This creates a subconscious sense of harmony that draws her closer to you. The more understood she feels, the more she'll associate you with comfort and connection. And those feelings will keep her mind coming back to you. 6. Build a unique bond. If you want to live rent-free in her mind, you need to create moments that no one else can replicate. These moments don't have to be grand gestures, they can be small, personal connections that are meaningful only to the two of you. Inside jokes are one of the most effective ways to do this. Maybe during a conversation, something funny happens, and you turn it into a shared joke. Later, you bring it up casually, "This reminds me of our disaster coffee moment." She'll smile and instantly think of you. Another way to build a unique bond is to share experiences that create lasting memories. Take her somewhere she's never been, try something new together, or introduce her to something you're passionate about. For example, if you're into music, share a song that has a special meaning to you. Say, "This song always puts me in a good mood, let me know what you think." Every time she hears that song, she'll think of you. These little bonds act as mental triggers. Whether it's a joke, a song, or a shared memory, she'll associate those moments with you, and that's how you stay on her mind. 7. Challenge her, but with respect. People are naturally drawn to those who challenge them to think, grow, and see the world differently. If you want her to think about you non-stop, don't just agree with everything she says. Respectfully challenge her ideas and encourage her to explore new perspectives. For instance, if she shares her opinion on something, instead of simply saying, "You're right," respond with, "I see what you mean, but what about this angle?" This sparks a conversation that's engaging and stimulating. She'll start to associate you with intellectual and emotional growth, which makes you unforgettable. But remember, this isn't about arguing or trying to prove her wrong. It's about creating meaningful exchanges where she feels respected and inspired. When she looks back on those conversations, she'll think of you as someone who brings value to her life, not just through attraction, but through intellectual and emotional connection. And that's rare. Most people avoid challenging others for fear of conflict, but when you do it with respect, you stand out. She won't forget the way you make her think and feel. 8. Be passionate about your life. There's nothing more magnetic than someone who is genuinely excited about their life. Passion is contagious, and when she sees you pursuing your goals and thriving in your interests, she'll want to be part of that energy. Talk about the things you love, the things that make you excited to wake up in the morning. If you're working on a project, share your enthusiasm about it. For example, say, "I've been putting a lot of time into this project at work. It's challenging, but I love it because it pushes me." This isn't about bragging. It's about showing her that you're a person with depth, ambition, and drive. When she sees that you have a life filled with purpose and excitement, she'll be inspired by your energy. Passion also makes you unpredictable in the best way. When you're genuinely engaged in your own life, you'll naturally have interesting things to talk about, places to go, and ideas to share. She'll think about you because being around you feels exciting, inspiring, and full of possibilities. 9. Use the power of absence. Absence creates space for appreciation. When you're constantly available, it's easy to be taken for granted. But when you step back, even slightly, you give her the opportunity to miss you, and missing you keeps her thinking about you. This doesn't mean disappearing entirely or playing hard to get. It means being intentional about how much access you give her. For example, if you've been texting frequently, take a day to focus on yourself. If she asks where you've been, casually say, "Just catching up on a few things. What's been going on with you?" By creating moments of distance, you allow her to notice how much she values your presence. She'll start to wonder why you're not as available and realize how much she enjoys having you in her life. This also applies to in-person interactions. When you leave a date or conversation, don't linger too long. End things on a high note and let her feel the anticipation of seeing you again. That space you create will make her thoughts naturally drift back to you. 10. Make her feel special and seen. Above all, the most important thing you can do is make her feel truly seen and valued. This isn't about superficial compliments or generic flattery, it's about noticing the little things that make her unique. For example, if she shares a passion or dream with you, remember it and bring it up later. Say something like, "I was thinking about what you said the other day about wanting to start your own business. I think you'd be amazing at it." When you show her that you're paying attention, that you genuinely care about her thoughts and feelings, she'll feel a connection that's rare. Most people don't take the time to truly see others, and when you do, it leaves a lasting impression. She'll start to associate you with feelings of being valued and understood. And those feelings will keep her coming back to you, mentally and emotionally. These 10 tricks aren't just techniques, they're a blueprint for creating an authentic, lasting connection. When you master them, you won't just make her think about you, you'll become someone she can't stop thinking about. Not because you tried to manipulate her, but because you made her feel something real, something unforgettable. The key to staying on her mind is being genuine, confident, and intentional. When you combine these elements, you don't just create attraction, you create a bond that lingers long after the conversation ends.